Claire from Clarified Creations, and I have some pretty exciting news. I am engaged, so you can kind of see this is my ring. And today I'm going to be telling you all about the proposal story, and kind of answer some questions along with engagement. Did I know? Did I have any input for the ring? All of those types of questions. If you guys are new, I'm an oncology nurse located in South Carolina / Tennessee. I come up to Tennessee about half of the time, so kind of split between two places, but be looking forward to lots and lots of wedding content. We're actually looking at venues this weekend and doing so many exciting things, and I just can't wait to bring you along through this whole process. I started out my channel back as a senior in high school, towards the end of my senior year, and you guys, I have kind of grown up. In every life stage, I've taken you along through college, graduation, becoming a nurse, and it's so exciting. I cannot wait to share all the details, so let's just go ahead and get into the story. I will include the actual proposal video because thankfully my fiance, it's so crazy to say that, he made sure that there were pictures and videos, so I will share all of that in here. But let's kind of rewind to, we'll do the day of proposal and then I'll backtrack. The day I got engaged was April 20th of 2025, so last weekend. And it was actually Easter, which I think is so incredibly sweet and just really, really thoughtful, because his reasoning, he told me, was we would both be dressed up and it would just be a perfect time to do it, and that's kind of when the ring was ready. So it all worked out. I'll start with actually the day before. The day before, his whole family was up, so his mom and his brothers had came up to Tennessee, and I was not really that suspicious because it was kind of a last minute thing. I thought when his mom, because I asked her, I was like, hey, you coming up for Easter? She didn't really know until that Friday before they came up, and they came up on a Saturday. She was kind of going back and forth between if she was going to call out of work because she had some medical leave and everything, so it was kind of up in the air if she was going to come up. But she told me yes on Friday, and their whole family was coming. And Saturday was such a busy day. I was getting ready for Easter. I was making a cake, a carrot cake, which absolutely flopped. And it was really tasty, but the images, they were not pretty looking at all. So I was super busy all day. It was go, go, go. And then I made some brownie cookies, and I was cleaning up the house because we were having a bunch of people over after church on Easter. It was just chaotic, so I really didn't expect anything. And then when his mom and his brother got in, I went to go see them. We were playing at the park. His little brother is 6, so he is super sweet. His name is Jacob, and just love him so much. We were kind of just talking and everything, and then I get a call from my best friend, and she doesn't really call me that often. I'll be real with you, she's a busy person. I had called her a few days ago though, so I called her back because I missed her call, and she's like, hey, I just wanted to see if it would be okay to come to church with you tomorrow for Easter. Her husband's church, she said, wasn't really doing anything, and they had a night service. She said, if not though, no big deal. I know that you guys had plans. And I was like, no, come to church. That is so exciting, and it's kind of a gift that you'll be here too, because I love her so much. She is an incredible and sweet friend. So she goes, yeah, let me talk to my husband and I'll get back to you for sure. I just wanted to kind of run that idea by you. Hang up the phone call. Did not think anything of it. And then she texts me back a little later. She goes, hey, so I talked to him. He's gonna be okay with coming to church tomorrow. And I thought, that is so exciting. I cannot wait. Then it comes to Easter Day, Sunday, and my fiance, he ended up going to church by himself, and I was trying to tell him, I'm like, no, I really want to ride with you, and he goes, no, because he had to pick his brother up because his brother and him were singing in the choir and they had to be there early. I said, no, I'll just go with you, but it didn't work out like that. So I ended up driving to church by myself to get there for Sunday school, and they were already there and everything. Still not really expecting anything. I get out of the car, shout out to Morgan, because I kind of had an inkling then, because she was in our worship center and they were all practicing, and she just kind of came out of the building and said, "Hi, Claire," really excitedly. And I thought, that's kind of weird. What if I'm getting engaged today? Fleeting thought though, because not that saying hi is out of the ordinary or anything, but it's just the way she said it. And she had came out of the building as she saw me walking past it, I guess in the windows. And I thought that was pretty strange, because not a lot of people will just step outside of a building just to say hi and then go back in. Maybe I'm getting engaged. And then I thought, no, it's not going to be Easter. And even that morning as I was getting ready, I thought, maybe. And I had debated doing my hair and nails that Friday night, but I thought, nah, that's not going to happen. I'll put in effort when I actually think it's going to happen. Thankfully, I did put on makeup and kind of look a little better than normal. Really looking back on it, I wish I had done a little bit more. We get to church, Savannah and her husband Bobby are there. We go through the church service. And also rewinding, oh my goodness, this story is a little bit all over the place. The night before, so Saturday night, my fiance and his brother went to choir practice that night. And after, he told me really late at about 10 o'clock, he said, "Hey, our worship leader, / young adult leader, wants to take a picture of everybody. I don't know if it'll happen, but he said since everybody will be dressed up, he wants to go out and take a picture of all of the young adults." And I did not think anything of it. I thought, okay, well, that makes sense, But he said it so relaxed and nonchalantly that I thought, okay, sure, he wants to get a picture of everybody. Then again, in Sunday school, my young adult leader, he announced, "Hey, make sure you stay after the service. We're all going to get a picture. I know it's Easter. We'll be super quick." That was the whole cover-up, you guys. We get done with service and we all meet, and I'm telling my fiance, I'm like, "Hey, we really need to get to Easter lunch at 1 o'clock. When is this picture?" And I'm just kind of stressing over the fact that we need to be at my house at 1 o'clock, and it was already kind of cutting it close, and now we have to wait around for this picture. He's like, it's okay. I already told your dad we might be a few minutes late. He said it was okay. And I'm thinking, our family likes to be on time for things. Still did not have a clue. So we're out walking, and we're walking a long way to get to this picture spot. I'm like, where is it? And apparently it was this beautiful little area with a pond, and I didn't even know it existed, but it was a bit of a walk, and we're all walking there, and my best friend is there, his mom and his brothers are there. Still do not have a clue. And I think, why in the world did I not have a clue? I should have, because this is common sense. His brother is actually the one that takes the group picture, and we all take the picture, and then you can see in the video I talked to someone next to me. Well, actually, I'm not going to include that part because I don't know how everybody feels about being on YouTube for the world. I will just kind of explain that picture. There's about 20 people in it, and then after that, I turn and talk to her, and then I'm about to walk out. He kind of pulls me back on the shoulder, and he goes, "Hey, Claire, they want to take some pictures of us." And then I thought, what in the world is this? And I kind of thought, am I getting engaged? But then I thought, no, it's not happening. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe my brain was just in such denial over it. I don't know why, because I will explain later that I knew it was coming, but I didn't, if that makes sense. And he goes, "Yeah, they want to take some pictures of us." Then he pulls out the ring, and I am completely shocked because I had prepared myself for it not to be that day. He gets down on one knee and asks me to marry him. So I will roll the clip now.
Oh my God. Hold still.
from that video, I was incredibly shocked, just so surprised, super excited, and I immediately hugged him afterwards, and I almost took him out. I was so excited. And then to put the ring on, man, I was struggling because I was shaking so hard from excitement. One of the sweetest things, I think, is his little brother. It was not planned at all, but he runs up into the video. Like, you can see him running up, the little boy with the curly black hair. That's Jacob. He hands me a flower. He could not have known. He doesn't, I don't think, really knows the concept of getting engaged and getting married. He just saw a bunch of excitement and he just went and picked a flower for me and gave me a hug. And it was the most precious thing. I loved that picture, and the whole thing was so perfect. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that helped. I know a lot of people from my church helped, his family, my family, my best friend, everybody that orchestrated it. Yeah, the photographer, the video, everything could not have been better. And he knew that I told him that I would love a video and pictures, and he planned all of that. So I am super thankful to just how he did it. It could not have been more perfect and sweet and pure. I still cannot believe that I got engaged to, because you dream about it if you're a girl, maybe not if you're a guy, but you dream about it for so long. And I was kind of thinking at one point, if it's ever gonna happen to me. I mean, I know that you just gotta be patient in life. It was such a great day. And then after all of that, I got to see all of my family, my extended family, and my grandparents. The only one that wasn't there was my mom, because, side note, she's in Thailand because her dad had a surgery. That's where she's from. So she's been over there for about a month and a half now, which was really kind of sad that she wasn't there, but I still got to FaceTime her afterwards and show her pictures in the video. We had our big Easter lunch with everybody, his family, my family, a couple aunts and uncles, a cousin. It was great, and I was just so excited. And then we went back to South Carolina. And now I will kind of answer some of the frequently asked questions. I asked over on my Instagram what all you had questions about, and there wasn't a ton. One of them said, did you know he was going to propose? I kind of want to backtrack and share just kind of all the details, because it's been so hard to keep this from you all. On March 15th, he asked both of my parents for permission to marry me. And I knew this because also with my mom going to Thailand, it was kind of unexpected. Like, we knew that her dad was having surgery, but we didn't know when. We thought it was going to be anytime within the next month. But a few days before, maybe a week before his surgery, she got the call he was having it, and she had to leave in a few days. So that weekend, we had actually booked concert tickets. He had plans with his friends, and we were going to stay in South Carolina. But as soon as we found that out, I told him that, and he goes, well, I really want to ask both of your parents in person. And this is sort of my only opportunity, because we knew my mom would probably be gone for at least a couple months. So we canceled all of our plans, went up to Tennessee that weekend. I spent as much time with my mom, and then I went upstairs to take a shower while he asked my parents. So I didn't really hear all of that. I was not there for that conversation because, you know, it's kind of a guy thing when you ask your parents if their permission. I did know that he asked permission, and we had talked about getting engaged, getting married. I asked my parents, and they said yes. It went very well from what I heard. We looked at rings the next day and kind of decided on something, but then he got it customized. So I knew he was taking the ring in. So he asked on March 15th and then waited a week and a half-ish to get the ring started. So I knew he took in the ring, it's probably March 23rd-ish or so. Told me that it was gonna be a while. He didn't say how long, but he goes, yeah, it's a much longer than I expected. I thought a couple days. No, the ring took several weeks. It took 3 to 4 weeks or something like that. So I knew the ring was being worked on, and I knew it could be any time, but we had previously talked about getting engaged in April. So once April rolled around, man, I was on high alert. But then every week that it didn't happen, I kind of was like, well, it's not going to happen till June. And At that point, I really thought on our 1-year anniversary on April 13th, he was gonna propose. And I even did my nails clear, tried to look nice, and it didn't happen. So I felt a little bit dumb for doing all of that. I mean, I just painted my nails clear. I really did not do that much. I kept trying to wear nice outfits because I was trying to plan, because I wanted to look good for probable pictures and everything. After that week, I just got really discouraged and kind of sad that I had done the nail thing and it didn't work out. So I said, you know what? Whenever it happens, and I am not going to stress about it, whatever. I'm not gonna do anything. So I really prepared myself for April 26th, which is this weekend. I thought that maybe this weekend would be the one, or May 3rd. That was my guess, because every weekend I thought it was gonna be, it just didn't happen. And it was getting to the point where I was so just excited over the whole thing that I just got too excited. And I kept telling Savannah, I said, yeah, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. It's gonna be June. And I'm trying to ask her what her days off are for, because I was trying to figure out when, because I knew I had mentioned that I wanted her to be there, and she had mentioned to me that she wanted to be there for the proposal. Backstory on that, but it was on Easter, and it couldn't have been any better. I wouldn't have changed anything for the world besides maybe painting my nails. I had wished that I had done that for pictures, but it's okay. They're still beautiful. But let me show you all the close-up of the ring. You can kind of see it is a gold solitaire with a very, very pretty diamond in the middle. You can see that it's a high setting with a thin gold band. And excuse my hands, they are a little rough because I'm a nurse and have to hand sanitize all the time. It is beautiful. I love it so much. It's just perfect. That is my whole proposal / engagement story. I hope you guys love this video and are excited to see the wedding process. I am such a type A kind of person. I love planning and doing all the prep for a wedding, and I am going to be filming all of that, so stay tuned. I'm going to be filming Asking My Maid of Honor today, and it'll be just such a sweet time. So if you are new and haven't subscribed yet, definitely hit subscribe, and I will see you all later. Bye!